fantastic.
Hello, everybody. Today is Saturday Poetry Special Episode 2. Today we're gonna interview Paulina Speaker. First, we're gonna have some warm-up questions, and then she's gonna read us 3 of her unique original poems, which are very good, actually. Okay, let's start with the questions. Is your name really Paulina Speaker, or is it an alias?
It is my real name.
Okay, cool. Fair enough.
It's my.
Where are you from?
So I am originally from Redlands, California, and that is by Palm Springs, California, the United States.
Okay.
Yeah, I live in LA now, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, the city of the Lost Angels, or so I heard.
The city of the lost, trying to make it in the world of Los Angeles. Too many people, like a small percentage actually find their way. The rest of us are just like, we'll make it someday.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
No, it's okay. I'm 31. 31.
31. Okay. 31. Okay.
31 going on 50, I feel like.
Nah, come on. You look too good to be 50.
Thank you.
Okay, for the people who'd like to follow you, what is your Instagram handle?
So my Instagram handle is p.speakerpoetry.
Okay, everybody, p.speakerpoetry. Follow her now as you see it, and you won't regret.
No, thank you.
Okay, next.
Just remember P.
Yeah.
That's a nickname.
Okay, next one. On what other social media are you?
So I started Instagram just a month and a half ago. I just uploaded a few videos onto YouTube, only a couple of them. So it's P Speaker Poetry, and that is my only platform right now. I just kind of started. So.
Okay, but she's doing quite well, guys. She's doing very well, because in a month she managed to get organically, I mean, it's like in the most ethical way, over 1,000 followers. So it's a tremendous success. Let's continue.
Very excited.
And what are you willing to tell about yourself without feeling ashamed or out of your comfort zone?
What am I willing to share?
What are you willing to tell about yourself without feeling ashamed or without your comfort zone?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty transparent. I think through poetry you need to be transparent. At least from my understanding. I mean, I've spent a lot of time in the prison system. I have a lot of family that have mental health disorders. Drugs is a part of my life. When I was about 4 years ago, I'm in recovery right now. So I'll have 4 years clean soon. Let's see. I spent 10 years of my life in the adult industry, so I'm very aware of the harmful effects that the adult industry can have, especially out here in Los Angeles and Hollywood area, and just of women and the exploitation of women. And so I'm just using my poetry to be transparent and to try to advocate for people that have gone through similar things and don't feel they have a voice.
That's very good. So. That's very good. Very good answer. I want to add, as a person with a lot of difficulties and the black lines in your life, you find the time and the motivation to write or to perform. That's something to hold you on and to be your discipline. That's very good. People should take that from you. Learn that from you.
Thank you. It's some people's coping skill, and others find. I hope they find a healthy one as well. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's continue. Do you have any cats or dogs?
I do. Oh, my little lovey dog. Yeah. So I have I've got 3 dogs, 3 small ones. I have Xena, Biscuit, and Copper.
Okay.
And they're all cute and they're all crazy personalities. So yes, dog.
What degree?
Uh,
What pedigree? What pedigree? What type of dog?
oh, so the first one, okay, so the first one looks like a miniature Lassie dog. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the movie Lassie, like the little tiny
Yeah,
Lassie.
absolutely.
Another one is there's a Bichon, and then the other one is a pit bull, a Dalmatian, and a Labrador mix.
Whoa, it's a crazy mix.
Yeah, she's the runt though, so she's very small. She's small, but she's like she has no idea how powerful she can be, which is thank God, you know. But it's a she's a doll. She's a doll. She sleeps like in the bed like a human, so I don't get any space in the bed. She lays in the pillow. I'm like, so yeah, she's great, but interesting mix.
Okay. And what do you like to do on Saturdays? A personal question.
Oh, Saturday. Woo! It's funny. I'm so old. I feel like, I mean, I'm not old, but I feel like I live like an old person. Saturdays is either with family or I like to just like, I write. I listen to music. I'm a music fiend. Um, and I like to just hang out with family. I spent so much time selfishly doing horrible things for so long that like this time is very valuable to me with my family, you know. So
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm an
I,
old
I,
person.
I like the answer. I write the most.
I
I
really think
write.
I'm crazy.
She goes just off, you know.
No,
Yeah,
it's
so
completely cool, completely cool. Okay, let's listen to your poems.
hold on 1 second.
Okay,
I lost the sound.
okay. What about now? Can you hear me?
1 second.
Okay.
Okay, I lost for a
Can,
second. Sorry.
can you hear me
My
now?
car Bluetooth now. Yes, we're good.
Okay, very good. Okay,
We're good.
everybody. So now Paulina gonna read us her three tremendously inspiring poems.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna switch my car off and then make sure I can just hear phone audio so it doesn't do that again. Okay.
Okay,
So let me do it 1 second.
okay.
I don't want it to mess up on us.
Okay, perfect. We're good. Woo,
Okay,
we're
great,
good. Okay.
great.
So I tried to choose decent ones so I didn't hold you hostage with all these long poems. But let's see. So I wrote you a letter.
Okay, let's
I'm
start with
sorry, I
this
love
one.
you, and baby pictures.
So
Yes, you tell me.
Let's start with I wrote you a letter. I'll share my screen so people could see what's going on, like the text, I mean. And here it is.
Perfect.
Share. I'm sharing the screen,
Okay.
and let's
I will
start.
do. Okay. So for the record, I just want to do this really quick. This was for a prompt, and it was about your mirror speaking to you, what it would say to you, and how you would view yourself. So this is what I came up with it.
Okay.
Here it goes. Dear Paulina, this is the mirror you've had hung on the wall for 3 years now. I've decided to write you this letter to tell you that I'm ready to be taken down. I have hung as straight as possible for 3 long years, only to watch you turn to every side to make that right angle. I've patiently listened to your hateful words and complaints, and now it's just too painful. I want to be taken off this wall. I'm tired of being ignored, and the moment you wake up, I'm tired of relying on you, only on your attention when you have your duffel bag full of makeup. Ready to be caked on layer by layer by layer, only to look up at me and still find something ugly to say. You know, I have opinions too, and I'm tired of being ignored every fucking day. Do you know what it feels like to want to tell somebody how perfect they are the moment they wake up? And yet I've tried screaming at the top of my lungs and it's still not enough. You know what it feels like to want to shatter in pieces when I'm doing all I can to reflect every piece of your beauty. And all you can tell me is, I'm so fat, I need to stop eating. I hate my teeth, my hair is receding. I have cellulite, I'll never be ready for summer. Fuck summer, it's winter, now I'll just hide under the covers. Look at these dark Look at these dark circles. Why are they so black? Why do my shoulders look so broad? I have breakouts on my back. Look at my skin. It'll never be clear. Look at my knees. I have giant fucking ears. Look at these scars covering my legs. Why are my eyebrows growing in 20 million different ways? Look at my crooked teeth. Don't smile too wide. Thank God I can wear a mask to cover up what's inside of my mouth. My lips. I should buy those injections. If I just stand like this, I'll look okay in this direction. My face is too long. My toes are even worse. No, Paulina. I'll tell you what's worse. The fact that you haven't seen your face when the sun reflects every inch of you. Or how I wish mirrors could have voices so I could only describe to you how everything you've ever felt has been nowhere close to the truth. Your eyes are blue and change green and gray depending on what you wear. Your skin glows brighter without makeup. Your skin is the perfect shade of pale. Yes, pale white skin might enhance those childhood scars, but the stories behind them has made you who you are. Your smile is so contagious when you're happy that your teeth only give it more life. If I could only explain to you the love and adoration that reflects off the face of your fiance so many times, you'd probably wouldn't believe me. I've seen you walk by so many times, and even on the worst day, you are something worth mentioning. Even the silhouette of your body dances with gratitude unintentionally. The shape of your face has the perfect proportion. It enhances every part of your essence that you only see in distortion. Your lips weren't meant for needles and Botox. I've seen your lips pour out beautiful words even when others could not. I've seen your shoulders carry the weight of the world, yet you call them too broad. What if you couldn't carry the weight? Where would some of us be at all? I don't know what you consider to be a summer body, because the curvature of your hips make the coldest winter hot. I'm tired, Paulina. It's like I'm a reflection of everything you hate, and yet I still remember when you bought me, down to the exact date where I couldn't wait to be hung on your wall so I could show you everything you've never mentioned at all. I hope you read this letter and finally let me be free, because your hateful words have caused me damage, and all I wanted to be was transparent and truthful. And I'll never be able to lie to you the way you lie to yourself. So please respect my wishes to be taken down. I'd rather be seen through the eyes of anybody else but you. Sincerely, your mirror. Yay!
Well, it's awesome, everybody. Look at this talent. You don't find it every day. So it is quite a poem. I like the rhythm. I like the rhythm of the poem. It goes like
Thank you.
ding, 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 ding. Very
Thank
good.
you so much. I feel bad. I was thinking about the poor mirror, poor mirror, we hate ourselves sometimes so much, and I was thinking about the mirror's perspective rather than my own, you know what I mean? Like, poor thing. So
Well,
yeah.
mirror is there to reflect. It depends on us what we see and what we count as the reflection.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
let's move to the next one, everybody. Next one
Gotcha.
is I'm sorry, I love you.
Fantastic. Okay. So this was a prompt. The prompt was, I was given two options. It was going to be, I'm sorry, I love you, with no periods in between, or I'm sorry, period, I love you, period. So just a second. Here goes. I'm sorry, I love you. I didn't think the period between these words would suggest that maybe I've felt this way. It was supposed to be, I'm sorry, I love you. No. I'm sorry, I love you? No. I'm sorry, I love you. It felt like the right two things to say, but just not in one way. That pause was me thinking if I should really end it this way, because I am sorry and I do love you, but I don't see the purpose in taking more of our time. I'm sorry, but I love you just doesn't ring like it did the very first time when I let every letter to every word you'd speak dance vividly in my mind. I'm sorry, I love you. but just not at this time. The tones of I love yous go through every possible octave. Look at our timeline. Better yet, count all the pauses. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm starting to feel sorry that I ever loved you. Like, I'm sorry I wasn't enough. You aren't saying sorry because it's me you love. You want to throw words to fill awkward silence. I'm sorry you feel the need to say I love you just to hide behind it. These words and how long we pause in the space that the period comes after is a perfect example to which one of us is really trying to make a new chapter. I know it's not you. Maybe it's me. I'm sorry. I love you. And that's why I'm deciding to just lay it all out for you, like this messy paragraph of confusing thoughts, like the sorries I missed and all the I love yous I forgot. I'm sorry. Those words need to be left as is with a final period right behind. I love you just pushes the replay button for the millionth time. And it's always the worst timing in those moments that every I'm sorry and I love you came down to both our last words we chose right before it was fuck you, fuck this, go ahead and leave. I never wanted any of this. Clothes packed like disposed trash. I suppose that I won't come back. I'm taking this because you don't own that. Wait. I'm sorry. I love you. You tell me you love another version of me you've painted and you've done what you can to make it last. And I don't know what painting you have of me hung on that dusty wall in our path. So please tell me, what do I do with the person right now? Just continue waiting for the day you decide I'm the exact replica of how you pictured me somehow? I only ever wanted to be the best possible I love you, and every perfect moment it ended up with the worst possible I'm sorry, you just don't even know it. These two words put together plus two more behind it can change the entire course that we're on or simply unwind it. I'm sorry for that. I love you. In fact, I'm not mad at anyone but myself because you started pouring out I'm sorries more than I was professing I love yous to equal the tally out. I cut tally marks on the inside of my chest, so whenever my heart beat for you, the slash marks never let me forget of how many more words I wish I could tell you then. I'm sorry. I love you.
Another great poem by a great poet. Poetess. Oh, it's got me the feels, as they say today.
I didn't realize there was so many ways to say I'm sorry I love you until I started writing it, and I was like, oh my god, there's so many ways to say it. You know, we don't realize the different tones that we can use it in can mean so many things.
Maybe you should write a book titled something like 100 Ways to Say Sorry, I'm Sorry, I Love You.
That would. Hey, I can't take that. I'm gonna have to give you 50% now because you came up with that idea.
Nah, come on. It's free on me.
Okay.
Let's move to the next
40,
one.
60. Yes.
Let's move to the next one. Portrait of a dying, portrait of a dying portrait of a dying as an older sister.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So prompt was taken as portrait of, so portrait of blank as blank. We had to fill in those lines. I chose which I want to thank my sister before I do this for allowing me to share this information, because she is the reason I wrote this. And so I chose portrait of dying as an older sister.
Okay, here it goes.
Okay. I was jolted awake every time the bed would shake, coming from your tiny body. Like your heart was sending electric shocks to remind itself to keep responding. The pain of watching you sleep tortures me. I have failed at being your older sister. I watch heroin sing you melodies and paint you a different picture. Like time has shown you things that you never chose to tell me. What has caused you so much pain to try and fill up what's made you empty? Portraits of you dying hang on every wall inside my mind. It's like walking down endless hallways with no exit signs. I try to go back to days where things were very different. I remember things like holidays, birthdays, and the smell of a perfect Christmas. And playing Cheryl and Stephanie in our own pretend workplace. I remember riding scooters down the hill so fast. We had this brilliant plan until we slid on our ass. It's crazy how innocence decides to slip away without asking. We played Harriet the Spy and watched cartoons during breakfast. I would break down and cry when you'd open your birthday present. We wore the same outfits, always mistaken for twins, and you don't really know what I'd do to give that all back again. 1 year and 4 months apart, we were so close yet so far. I was overprotective with a lot of anger problems. You were so fragile and smart and hated all of the nonsense. We tried to adapt to life with the best intentions. We had everything we wanted, but left in opposite directions. It's almost sad how we can barely fill the missing pieces. I started running away and left the family for seasons. You learned how to bottle it up without understanding the reason. I feel guilty because even if I ask, I know you'll just tell me it wasn't my fault, but being your older sister doesn't make that feel better at all. I went through jails, then prisons, and got locked with the insane. I always remember the look you would give me because I never came back really the same. One summer after so many years, I went to your graduation. I wanted to be your sister again just for the validation. I remember the flick of your lighter and the color of burnt foil. I saw peace in your eyes when the heroin took over. I wanted to feel some connection to you, so it slowly took us together. I remember both of us deciding we thought this was the answer. I kept pushing my guilt down, hoping it'd go farther and farther and farther. This wasn't the plan. Not for you, not for me. I can't imagine our grandparents watching as if all they did for us was a fucking waste of talent and dreams. I've mastered the ability to be somebody else, which I think saved me so many times from my dysmorphic self. But you could never be anyone else but my little sister. You took all of the pain and always went inward. We tried just about everything, knowing the cost that one day we'd wake up regretting it all. I got luckier, I think. Prison saved me from myself, but you've been on a slow suicide mission. I'm so sorry, I lost my spot. But you've been on a slow suicide mission without any help. Sometimes I wonder when the fuck it will stop. I hated stressing over the feelings that this was all my fault. I was the sister you were supposed to look up to. And yet my attempts were half-hearted. It was all I could give you. Sometimes I wish I could just push this imaginary button to go back to the days where we knew nothing of this, of pain, of crying, of shame, of dying, of deciding that drugs would be the solution, and play pretend every day to quiet the conclusion that we are more than all of this. I blame myself for watching I blame myself for watching you hurt yourself. I hate myself for not stopping the hurt you felt. Everyone tells me I am powerless, to wait until it's time. But my soul, it keeps screaming that time is the reason I've been slowly watching you die. I have so many questions. What makes you think the heroin you inhale will make this all better? Because I promise since I've stopped, the wounds no longer fester. Was it my fault that I hurt you? When I would run away from home, maybe I left you when you needed me the most, and chose drugs when you really just felt the most alone. Was it watching our aunt pass away right in front of us? I want you to know there was nothing different we could have done. Was it watching our great-grandma die as we held hands and watched her go? We were all 5 and 6. We couldn't possibly have known. Was it all the times I screamed at you, my voice with such dissonance? Was it the adult industry that hurt your soul, taking away your innocence? Was it all the physical abuse that you watched from quiet corners, our family riddled with plain pretend of obvious mental disorders? I can spend a lifetime laughing, crying, screaming, hating, blaming, begging, and wanting to just shake you back to life. But we both can agree that there are no words I've left behind to just let you know just how much I love you. And that I'm scared to death. One day I'm going to lose you. And in that same moment, just know I die too. You are my everything, my best friend, my confidant. You are my harshest critic. I wish you could give me all of your pain so you could never have to feel it. Until we both come to a place where the world sparks alive again. I can't wait until this is all over so we can finally let our lives begin. Thank you.
Great,
Thank
great.
you.
I believe many people can relate, because, including me, because I have a younger brother. I also went through harsh times, as I told you before. So
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah,
Wow.
it's a very strong poem, and you're a strong person. You're a strong, beautiful person.
Thank you.
I'm glad I'm having you on this show. Thank
Oh
you.
my God. I'm even for your patience with me. I appreciate you so much.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I believe everybody got what they wanted. Entertainment
Thank you
show,
so much.
inspiration, and
Absolutely.
just a second.
Thank you.
I have to return the screen. How do I return the screen? Stop video, stop. Sure.
The Zoom's got a little format. It's pretty cool that
Here
you
it is.
have it on there. Thank you very